Gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup in goal, number 29, Hunter Jones.
This season, Pete's goalie, Hunter Jones, finally has a chance to be an OHL starter, and he's fully embraced the new role.
I think just having fun. That's probably my biggest thing is just right now coming into Peterborough and just seeing, a packed PMC every night. That's a lot of fun. And stepping out into the crowd, the hometown crowd, that's always been one of my favorite things, and that was kind of my favorite part of hockey was this year was stepping out from the home opener and seeing that many people in the stands, and I was starting in net, and that was just a big moment for me, and then to have it a shutout on that night was pretty surreal for me.
Fraser throws it up the middle, giving everyone a bit of a scare, but he will pick up his first career OHL shutout, making 39 saves on the eve of his 18th birthday. Hunter Jones with the victory here tonight.
In his rookie season, Jones struggled. Through 15 games, he had a goals against average of 5.14. Through 22 games this season, he's nearly cut that number in half. Adjustments in the 6'4" Brantford native's training routine have helped him turn a corner.
When I had my exit meeting here in Peterborough last season, that was kind of their biggest criticism, I'd say, towards me, that they thought my strength was really good. I was always a pretty strong kid growing up, and coming into training camp very strong, but they found throughout my play last season that my play would fall off in the third periods. I'd always end up letting in the majority of my goals in the third periods, and that was just because I was getting tired. I wasn't playing as much as I was, as Dylan was playing, or as I'm playing right now. I was in high school. There's a lot of variables that went into it where I didn't get to work out with the guys as much, and just practicing every day was a lot different than playing in games, and you lose kind of your the shape you gain throughout the summer. So, this summer was huge for me. That was kind of the biggest thing I took away from the exit meeting, was just getting the better conditioning to come in and play that 50-game role that they were asking me to play, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come in and be the starting goalie. So, it was kind of just the fuel to my fire during the summer, and I just worked, my butt off and came into camp ready to go. And I think it's the main reason why I'm having success right now is just I'm in healthy shape and I'm playing well.
A tradition, or maybe more of a rite of passage for Pete's goalies, is a post-period chat with assistant coach Andrew Werner as the team heads to the room.
It's different every game. We kind of just talk about the period and what to be aware of for the next period, because we don't really get to talk during the intermission where I'm in the dressing room and he's dealing with the penalty killers or the defenseman or forwards, whatever he runs on the bench. But I think during the when I skate to the bench, it's usually we talk about the period, what I could have done better, or I'll give my input on one of the goals, on what happened if I get scored on. It's not very much. We kind of just converse a little bit and just move on to the next period.
For Jones, wanting to become a goalie was part curiosity, part family influence, who started playing at a young age and never looked back.
Yeah, my dad was actually a goalie, and I don't really know how it came about. I don't really want to say I wanted to be like Dad. I think I kind of came on it by myself. I started as a defenseman, and then I wanted to try goalie one day, and then I tried it, and I never turned back after that. So my dad's been a huge influence in my life, and can't say I wouldn't be here without him. I talk to him all the time. We talk today. We talk every day. We just talk about the regular stuff. I usually talk to him mostly about the hockey stuff. He gives his opinion on goals and tries to give his input on what I could have done better and whatnot. It's what all dads do with their sons and whatnot, whether they're right or wrong. But I usually tell him what I was thinking, and we kind of converse in that way. But usually my mom and I usually talk about the non-hockey stuff. The girlfriend, the school, and the music or whatever. That's kind of what my mom and I talk about. She likes to take my mind off hockey when we get to chat, so it's nice.
Talking with his mom isn't the only outlet away from the game for the B-ranked NHL draft prospect. He's got a musical side.
Yeah, I play the guitar, drums, and piano. I sing as well, but when I was younger, I really wanted to go out for that Next Star show on the YTV. So I was like, hey Dad, can I go for that? And he's like, I'm not taking you until you learn how to play guitar. So that summer I spent the whole summer trying to learn guitar, and I taught myself when I was around 12. I think I was 12. And the following year, that summer, I was 13 years old, and that was the first year I went for the next star. And I actually went pretty far in the show. And that's kind of how it ended up. I just started playing guitar more and more, and it's nice. It takes my mind off hockey here and there, and you're sitting in your room playing and singing guitar. And then I was a self-taught drummer. I bought some drums off my neighbor and learned how to do that. And then I learned piano last year when I was at TAS. I had a first period spare, so I just went up to the music room and I was like, I really like how piano sounds, so I just taught myself how to play piano in the spare time.
Jones doesn't shy away from the spotlight, and he doesn't shy away from stating his goals.
Any type of professional hockey would be nice. I just don't want to, work a 9-to-5 desk job. Hopefully I don't ever have to do that. I hope I can, supply my family in the future with, a job that I love to do every day, and that's playing hockey, whether it's overseas in Europe or if it's in the NHL. But obviously plan A for me is to, make the National Hockey League and, be one of those big hitters in the National Hockey League for sure.
Second period action coming up next on the OHL Tonight.